The Anthurium Clarinervium, otherwise known as the velvet cardboard Anthurium, is a beautiful and extraordinary indoor plant. There are about 1,000 different types of Anthuriums, but today we're going to be focusing on this beauty. When caring for Anthuriums, or any indoor plants, you do need to know where the origins are. So these guys originated in Mexico or South America in tropical rainforests, and that means that it's quite a hot and humid environment. And this is what these plants enjoy. If you try to imitate the original environment that the plants come from, it just means that your plants are going to be happy and they're going to be thriving as much as possible. When it comes to the light for your Anthurium, they can be a little bit picky. Don't give them medium light, make sure to give them bright, indirect light. And that doesn't mean any direct sunlight. You can give it a bit of direct sunlight in the morning, but it is important to make sure that you're not going to be burning your leaves. So either use a net curtain or keep it far away from a window where it won't be getting any direct rays. With brighter light, it is going to encourage the plant to grow bigger leaves and also to bloom as well. These guys don't have the most beautiful blooms, but they do flower, and if your plant flowers, it's just showing you that it is happy and you are giving it the right condition. When it comes to watering your Anthurium, you do need to understand that the roots are quite vicious. So they do get root bound fairly quickly, and that means you will need to be watering your plant fairly regularly. They do like to dry out slightly, so I would let the top couple of centimeters dry out before you give it a good soaking. In their original environment, these guys are known to be epiphytes, and that means they're attached to trees. So their roots are used to being exposed and being open to oxygen and sunlight. So make sure that you're using a proper aeroid mix, allow these roots to breathe, and that will ensure that your Anthurium is always happy. When it comes to feeding your Anthuriums, make sure that you're giving it a fertilizer that is high in nitrogen. So look for a good quality indoor plant fertilizer and make sure that the nitrogen levels are high enough to be able to support this big leaf growth. Plants that produce big leaves are heavy feeders, so make sure to feed it every 2 weeks or so in the growing season, and that's going to make sure you get these big, beautiful leaves with these intricate details on them. Because of where this plant comes from, it is going to like a bit of extra humidity. Now, I would never let the humidity in its environment drop below 50%. Its ultimate would be about 60 to 70%, but 50% is also acceptable. Humidity is going to make sure that the leaves grow big enough, and you're not going to get any crispy bits on the sides because that can happen if the environment is too dry. What you can do is mist your plant at least twice a day if you can, otherwise invest in a humidifier to be able to keep it happy at all times. As I mentioned before, the Anthurium's roots are quite vicious, so they are going to grow quite a lot. This plant will get root bound quite quickly, so just keep an eye on it and make sure that your roots are not growing out the bottom, and if so, then it could be time for repotting. Make sure to repot it in a size that's only slightly bigger than the one that it comes from. Keep your aeroid mix chunky, make sure that it's aerated, and give your plant a good watering once you have repotted it. These Anthurium Clarinerviums are truly an extraordinary indoor plant, and Folha makes it easy for you to get your hands on them. We have a bunch of them in stock at the moment, and if you are in the area, I do suggest you come by and have a look at them. They have these stunning velvety leaves with these beautiful patterns on them, and they are truly exquisite to look at.